Our next speaker is the president and CEO of CDS Global, one of the largest global equities trading firms in the country. He has been trading global markets for more than 20 years now, ranging from the Philippines to the US, Hong Kong, and Japan. Currently, he also serves as a board member and mentor at the COL Trading Institute. To discuss the topic entitled Building Expectations Through Treacherous Waters, let's all welcome Mr. Lawrence Lee.
Good afternoon, guys. Gising pa kayo? Medyo? Okay, what do we have here? All right, ano ba yung title ng presentation ko? Building Expectations Through Treacherous Waters. Naintindihan ba ninyo yan? Okay. The reason why I asked this is, okay, I have a question that I need to ask you guys. Malas ba kayo sa stock market? Isn't this a good question? Right? How many of you guys ever feel like malas kayo sa stock market? Ganyan nga konti lang? Okay, wait, ulit. How many of you guys feel malas kayo sa stock market? Wala. Ibig sabihin, April and Juanes are doing the right job, diba? Okay. Huh? Okay. How many of you guys ever feel like pagbili ninyo, bababa agad? Or, pagbenta ninyo, tataas na, di ba? Bakit ganun ang pakiramdam natin? Why do we feel like that? Okay? I have a friend. I always use her as an example. Okay? As I have a really good friend. Sabi niya sa akin, malas siya sa stock market. Okay? Matagal ko ng kaibigan to 15 years ko ng kaibigan. Pero hindi siya naniniwala sa akin. How come? Why doesn't she want to believe me? Feeling niya, murunong ako kasi nandito ako sa COL ako. Hindi ako sa COL nagtatrabaho. But I'm in the industry, right? So hindi siya naniniwala sa akin kasi feeling niya, hindi naman niya kaya gawin yung ginagawa ko. Right? So what does this mean? It means na pag pumapasok siya sa stock market, always dahil binuyo siya ng ibang tao at sinabi sa kanya, uy, ang bilis pala kumita sa stock market. Right? So, one of her friends always tells her, the stock market's so easy, you should participate. At saka itong kaibigan niya to, this friend of hers, doesn't know anything about the market. Isn't one of those financially savvy people. So how come malas siya sa stock market? You guys ever think about that? And the reason why malas siya sa stock market, quote-unquote malas siya sa stock market, is because what do you think happened to the market that her friend made money? Think about that for a second. It means the market went up, her friend made money, and she feels like, hey, this is easy, right? How many of you guys nabuyo kayo ng kaibigan ninyo? Your friend told you, hey, ang bilis talaga kumita sa stock market, dapat nandyan ka rin. How many of you guys felt that? Anyone felt that? Yung mga nagbukas nung panahon ng Now or panahon ng ISM? This is true. Did you know that COL Financial had the most account openings right after Now went up? So lahat ng nag-open na account doon, malas sa stock market. Okay. You guys get what I'm saying? But here's the thing. So I'll go to the next slide. Everybody wants to get to the island of profitability. How many of you guys want to get to the island of profitability? Yan ang gusto ko eh. Okay. Everybody wants to get there. Yes or no? Okay. Since all of you guys want to get there, yun na yun? Yun na yun? Gusto lang natin, nandun na tayo? What is it? But that's what happens. We open the account, and then what? Then what? Because how many of you guys here open your account, fund it, and then what? How many of you guys open the account and don't go to a seminar? Don't go to the COL seminars? At least kayo, nandito kayo sa Investor Summit, no? But a lot of people, they open their accounts, then what? Punta sila sa Facebook, stock market Facebook group, no? Sarap ng tawa ni mami. Right? And then what happens? Kung ano lang sinabi ng mga tao doon, enter nila yung order. Right? When you open your account, ano bibilin ko? Kung anong unang tumabas sa ticker, oh yun na, madami to. Sige, dito na tayo. Right? Guys, this is what always happens to all of our customers. Why do I have to bring this up? Because those people who follow that method, lahat sila malas sa stock market. So what am I talking about here? Everyone's focused on the result and not the process. Everybody wants to get to the island of profitability, but doesn't think about what it takes to get there. You guys still with me? Does that make sense? Guys, everything we do in life, hindi naman yan instantaneously. Gusto lang natin, lalabas na. We have to spend the time to figure out what it takes to get there. Have you guys even thought about building any expectations of what it takes to be able to consistently, okay, wait, ulit not get to the island of profitability once. How many of you guys want to get there, first of all? How many of you guys want to get there consistently? You see, that's a different question. How come that's a different question? Because if you get there once, pero sinuwerte ka, halimbawa, sumakay ka ng airplano, nag-crash land, boom, crash land sa island of profitability. Swerte mo, nandyan ka. Right? Ang tanong, maulit mo ba yun? Can you replicate it? Remember, the stock market is long-term. Tama? It's not you want to get to the island of profitability once. It's you want to see how many times you can get there, how consistent you're going to get there, and how sustainable it is in order for you to get there. Do you sacrifice your journey there to get there once? Isn't that a good question? That's a great question. So let's build some expectations here. Obviously, the first one, you have a better understanding of what you are getting yourself into. A lot of our customers at COL, they open their account from what? From, ay sinabi ng kaibigan ko, okay lang sa stock market eh. Or, do you even know that what the stocks that is that you're supposed to be buying? Do you know the process of you having to select those stocks? The reason why April and Juan has spent so much time helping you guys is because those customers that don't listen to them, malas sa stock market. Lahat ng nasa Facebook group. Right? You have to remember, those Facebook groups, lahat sila, pare-pareho sila malas sa stock market. So sama-sama tayo. By joining that Facebook group, alam mo ba, kasama ka sa malas sa stock market? Why do I always refer to those things? Because you have to remember, like what Juan has said and what Boss always says, luck comes to the prepared minds. Right? Hindi swerte-swerte malas to. It's not luck. It's the process of how you can continuously get there over and over again. Do you know what you just got yourself into? Gusto ko, sabi ni boss, para sa apo ko to. Okay, para sa anak ko, para sa apo ko. The next 20 years, tama? Okay, what do we do? This is it? I open it and then yun na yun? We have some customers, they open the account and then they leave it there. They didn't even enter any order. Akala nila mag-isa ng tatakbo. And you think it's a joke, it's true. Right? You have to remember, building these expectations just by opening the account isn't enough. All these talks here, we open the accounts. Guys, we want you to make money here. Make sense? Next. Do your short-term trades become long-term investments? Pupunta kayo sa Trader Summit earlier in the year. Nakita ba tayo doon? Nakita tayo doon, no? Right? Tinuruan kayo ng short-term trading sa Trader Summit. Binentahan yung market. Nandito kayo sa Investor Summit, di ba? Long-term na kayo bigla. Guys, why do I always have to refer to this? And I talked about this in Trader Summit. Was because you have to remember, what is the objective of you guys? Because if you don't build that objective from the beginning, before you enter that order, what happens? You're easily moved from side to side depending on what the market is giving you. Tama? Pag malakas yung market, short term ako. Pag mahina yung market, para sa apo ko na. The opposite. Do your long-term stocks become short-term scalps? Hinahanap ko si boss kasi favorite niya to. A lot of us, we listen to April, we listen to Juanes, and we start making money. Pero konting akit pa lang, sabi ni April, fair value, 6 pesos. Pag 3 pesos pa lang, hinahagis ko na. What is the objective that we wanted to do in the first place? Right? Nag-EIP ako, pero kung kumita lang ng konti, bebenta ko na. Kumita lang ng konti, okay na. What you don't realize is that pag talo kayo, nag-bloat yung talo ninyo kasi long-term kayo. Pero pag kumikita kayo, ginagawa niyo short-term trading. All of these things, before you enter those trades, you have to try to think about what it is that you're getting yourself into. What's next? Reduce the emotions of the market. Naku, ano ibig sabihin nito? How many of you guys go into the stock market and then when it moves against your expectations, nag-iinis kayo? Right? Sabi ni April, this is a long-term pick that you're going to be looking at over the next 12 months. Pero konting volatility lang, naiinis na kayo sa market. Konting volatility lang, binibenta na ninyo, kinakat na ninyo agad. This is normal. I talk about all these things and it hurts all of us. Pati ako, nasasaktan dito kasi naramdaman ko rin lahat to. I feel all of these emotions every single time. And here's the thing, if I didn't build my expectations from the start, it's harder for me to control it. You have to remember, expectations, emotions, when you talk about emotions, emotions is one of the most dangerous parts of the market. Emotional trading makes the worst decisions. How many of you guys here made a decision based on your emotions? How many of you guys here made a decision based on your emotions? How many times does it go well? More often than not? No. It's the same. There's no consistency. Pag galit kayo, tapos magde-decision kayo, ano nangyayari? Normally doesn't work out, right? Using the right tools for the job. How many times have I had people who give me reasons why they want to buy a stock for the next 12 months, tapos ang chart nila 3 minutes. Akala mo nagbibiro, totoo yan. You know what, 3 minutes, yung tinanong kay Juanes kanina, daily or weekly? Some people that I know, they trade 3 minute. You know, their target price is like 30% higher, but they trade 3-minute stocks. This is part of trading, right? You need to make sure that if you are, whatever it is that you are going to be doing, set yourself up to do. There are multitudes of ways to make money in the market. And we'll talk about that extensively today. There are multitudes of ways to trade the market. I manage a team of 40 traders. And those 40 traders all trade differently. Some make money scalping, watching 5-minute charts. Other people are longer-term position trading. All of them can make money. And now, for you guys have to decide what it is that you want to do. So part of what we're going to be talking about today is setting these expectations. Okay, last, and probably the most important, allocation of risk and portfolio management. Trader Summit, we talk about VAR. We talk about risk all the time. Guys, if you guys aren't taking any precaution in terms of risk, so I use the analogy of wearing a seatbelt, right? You don't, I'm not sure if you saw it in the video, but it's like you don't prepare to be wrong, you prepare in the event you are wrong. Everything that we do here in the market is a probability. There's no 100% here. But if you're wrong, you know how to manage whatever risk it is that you're taking in. Okay? If you're thinking that you're going to be holding this for the long term and you're not diversifying your portfolio, you're in trouble. Right? Kasi isang mali lang, ubos na lahat ninyo, tapos hahawakan ninyo parang si HP natin, di ba? Dugu-dugu na tayo. You guys understand what I'm saying? All right, so let's talk about the few pillars of expectations in the market. This is something that why Juanes and April were up here earlier and why we talk so much about technical analysis today is we're trying to blend all of these things together. The first one is value. Kaya nga value, momentum, ang title natin is because one, we talk about value. What is it that you're buying? Alam ba ninyo kung ano binibili ninyo? This is the one thing that when boss came up here earlier, sabi niya, ano sinabi niya? Una sinabi niya, pag may hawak kayo, ipit na kayo. Huwag na ninyo ibenta. Tama? Natakot ako eh. When I got scared when he said that. How come? Because it's taken out of context. He has a context to what he's saying. If you're buying a company that has great value over time, you can hold it. But if you're ipit ka sa isang basura, if you're buying a penny stock and you're holding it and praying that it goes up, please, you guys have to pray harder, I'll tell you. You know, because it's only God's miracle can make that stock go up. Next, momentum. What is the trend of the stock? Juan has spent the last hour talking about the trend of the market, giving you guys a glimpse of which direction the market is going. Is that important? Absolutely. What I'm going to be talking about a little bit is what we call sentiment. So this is the other portion that we haven't really touched on. What is the big picture? What does the big market look like? Is this even important? Right? Does it affect us? What boss is saying, all the problems in the world, is it here or outside? Outside. But does it affect us? Yeah. So if you don't know what's happening outside, doesn't matter, you still get affected. Our market's still not going up if there's problems outside. You understand? And last, I put a star on it, okay? Because we won't talk about it as much, is risk management. What happens if I'm wrong? We already touched on it earlier, right? Risk management and portfolio allocation. Okay? So let's start. When we talk about market sentiment, rising tides lift all boats. You ever heard this term? Rising tide lifts all boats. It means, kung magaling kayo sa market, but the whole market went up, magaling ba talaga kayo? Right? If we are in a bull market, lahat magaling. Right? Yan yung gusto na, that's what we want, right? We want the bull market because everybody's good when the market's good. What about today? What about today? That's why you guys are here, right? Because the market's hard. Okay? So, when we talk about the tide, I'm going to refer to, ano yung title ko ulit? Building expectations through treacherous waters, right? When we talk about the tide of the market, the current of the market, it's important for us to know whether the market is with us or against us. Because before we get to that island of profitability, we need to know what the waters look like. Yes or no? Are you ever going to get to the island of profitability if you don't know what the waters look like? You won't. Make sense? All right. So what is sentiment and what are some sentiment components? So interest rates, inflation, GDP, yield curve, credit spreads. Okay, ready na kayo? Ha? Dami, no? Ready na kayo? Ha? Nahilo na kayo? Okay. If you guys want to learn more about it, we teach this at the recruitment course at COL Trading Institute. It comes twice a year. So if you guys are interested, the website's at the very end of this presentation. Okay, what am I trying to get at? These things are important because these things drive what the liquidity into the market represents. You understand? If you guys really, okay, the same thing with April and value, the same thing with Juanes and momentum. We have to show you guys what these things look like, right? But at the end, ano ba ginagawa ninyo? What do you guys do? Kung ano sinabi ni April sa dulo, yun lang susundin ninyo, tama? Whatever Juan says at the very end, that's what we follow, right? We have to show you what it looks like. But in the end, what do you really follow? Whatever their picks are, that's what we follow, right? Pati ako, ganun din. What am I trying to say here? Are they smart? Do we need to be smarter than them? Luckier? Maybe luckier. But do we need to be smarter than them? Or do we just need to follow them? You see what I'm saying? Guys, the foreigners, the fund flow that comes into our market, we call it net foreign flows, right? I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before. Net foreign flows. Are those guys who pour money into our markets here every single year smart? Yes or no? They're some of the smartest people in the world, right? Do they do all of this? Do they look through all of this? They do. It's important for them to know it. Now, do we need to be smarter than them? No. You just need to know what they're doing. We just need to follow them. The same way we follow April and the same way we follow Juanes. And now here's the thing. You can actually see it. Can you guys see this chart? So the purple line, you guys see the purple line? That's the index. The green is net foreign flows. This is over the past 5 years. And you'll notice every time net foreign flows start coming in, what happens to the market? It goes up. Every time net foreign flows leave, what happens? It goes down. Guys, do we need to be really that smart? We just have to follow what the smart money is doing. Right? This is market sentiment. You make them make the decision for us. They will be the ones to show you whether the water is clear or not. You don't need to be able to figure it out yourself. You understand? So, we have our first component. Okay? To get to the island of profitability, we need to know what the waters look like. Yes or no? Okay. Just because we know what the waters look like, can we get to the island? Are we missing anything? What are we missing? How do we get there? What are we missing? We're missing a boat. Okay. Ano ibig sabihin ng boat? Where's our boat? Okay. This is one of the most common questions I get all the time. I'll get to the boat. This is one of the most common questions I get all the time. You guys know these things? Investment guidance. Wait, huwag mo muna picturean. Sandali. I haven't made my point yet. Okay. One of the most common questions I get is the investment guide says buy, the tech guide says sell. Anong susundin ko? Which one do I follow? How many of you guys see this? Right? I get this question all the time. One says buy, the other says sell. What do I follow? Right? What do I follow? So, let's get to the root cause of what all of these really represent. Okay? So we'll talk about the investment guide first. The investment guide represents value. Okay? Whatever April talked about this morning, that's what shows up on the investment guide. And the investment guide is basically what kind of company you are buying, or in our terms, what kind of boat you're sailing on. So the ones that April says these are fantastic companies, you're buying the best boats. The one April says are not so good companies, you're probably sitting in a raft. Is this important for us to know? Why is this important? How many of you guys here always sit on the raft? Huh? How many of you guys here like the raft? Some people are like, and some people are laughing kasi alam nila, madalas sila sa raft eh. Right? But how come we don't like April's pick sometimes? How come we don't like the high quality boat? How come? Kasi even my mom, sometimes when my dad is buying her all of these high quality boats. She will see that raft that goes really, really fast. And then she will say, I want that raft. Kasi mabilis. Right? How many of you guys ever like the raft kasi parang mabilis yung raft? Mabilis ba ang raft? Guys. Mabilis ba ang raft? Yes or no? How many say yes? So why do you guys like the raft? Why do you like to buy all of these penny stocks? Pero mabilis, di ba? It's fast. These rafts go fast, right? Wait, am I making any sense here? Am I making any sense here? Why do you like the raft? You know why? Because it's not because of the raft that you want, it's because of the wind. Do you understand? It's not because of the raft, it's because of the wind that is pushing in the sails of that little raft that you like. It's the momentum in price that you're seeing. It's not really the raft. Because if the wind was pushing in the high quality boat's direction, in the same direction as the high quality boat, you still want the high quality boat, yes or no? Yeah. You see what I'm getting at here? So let's put all of these three together. I only have 4 minutes left. Let's put all of these guys together. Value is the boat. The wind in the sails is your momentum, and the water is your market sentiment. You need to know all three. And here's the thing. You don't need to know how it's calculated. You just have to set expectations of what it looks like. Because the moment that you can set expectations of what these guys look like, what happens? You have a better perspective of how long or how sustainable it is to get to that island of profitability. So let's look at some examples. What's the top priority? What do you think is the top priority? What do you guys want the most? You guys want the high quality boat, you want the wind in your sails, and you want the current swimming in the direction of the island. Yes or no? This is the best. Do you think you'll get there pretty quickly? Yes or no? Yeah, because bull market na nga, right? Sentiment is good, bull market na nga, lahat magaling, di ba? Walang malas sa bull market, tama? Right? Bull market na nga, the wind is pushing in your sails, and you're riding the most high quality yacht on the planet. Tama? Right? That's what we want. That's the top priority. Now, how often does this show up? But that's the most ideal. I'm just giving you guys what the most ideal looks like. What's the least priority? What's the least priority? We're sitting in the low quality raft. The wind is pushing against us, and the market sentiment, the waters, are moving against us as well. Heavy net foreign selling, bear market na tayo. Right? Does this make sense? I'm laying it out for you guys so that when you look at the company that you're buying later, you can now figure out, low quality pala tong binibili ko. Right? So let's look at the most common ones. These are our favorites. What are our favorites? High quality boat. The wind is blowing against us. How many of you guys are in this situation? You guys are sitting in the high quality boat. The wind is pushing against you. And the current is pushing against you as well. How many of you guys in this boat right now? Dami. Right? Mega World, AGI. We'll go through them all later. Okay? What do we do? What do we do today? This is our situation. This is our predicament. I'm holding Mega World today. What do I do? Right? Let's answer it. The wind is moving against you. Is that good or bad? Bad. The current is moving against you. Good or bad? Bad. You're sitting in a high quality boat. Okay? Sabi ni April, kung may problema tayo, si April na lang sisihin natin, no? Right? Kasi siya lang naman nagsabi, maganda yung boat eh. Right? Okay, what am I trying to get at here? What's the probability of this boat sinking? High or low? Probably low. If you had to sit in any boat, which boat would you like to sit in? Right? But here's the thing. Are we going to get to the island of profitability overnight? No. But do you think we can get there? Maybe, right? Maybe. And all it takes is a little bit of wind. If the market turns, a little bit of wind lang, push. Do you think we have a chance of getting there? Yeah. This is the perspective I want you guys to understand. Because if you're holding one of these, don't expect that tomorrow we're already at that island. You understand what I'm saying? Make sense? Okay. Short-term trade. Ito yung mga favorite natin. Ano to? We're sitting in the life raft. We're sitting in the raft, diba? Ito yung favorite natin eh. But the wind is pushing, push. Okay. Even if the current is against us, okay lang, sama pa tayo. These are our favorites, right? The penny stocks that you guys find on Facebook groups, this is our favorite. Ito yung pinagusto natin. So, do you think you can get to that island of profitability with this situation? Yes or no? Maybe, right? Maybe. I'm going to ask you guys a few questions though. How sustainable is the boat? High or low? Probably low, right? Do you think you can get there over and over again in this boat? No. So what does that mean? You better be prepared to wear your life vest just in case the wind disappears. Make sense? Guys, do you think so the reason why I use this analogy is to give you guys a perspective in terms of what you guys are holding, how sustainable this picture looks like. If I'm holding all these penny stocks, should I be there long term? Right? You're holding a penny stock, you're sitting in a lifeboat thinking that you'll last forever to get to that island. What's the probability of that? High or low? Pretty low. Do you understand? Guys, let's set these expectations straight. Okay, you guys ready? Live na tayo, ah. Number 1 most requested in the top 10. Nandito na tayo eh. Right? Number 1 most requested in the top 10. Jollibee Foods Corporation. Let's go through it. Okay. What does April say? Hold. Okay. So what does our boat look like? High quality boat or low quality raft? High quality boat? Sure? Dahil lang ba Jollibee yan or dahil ano? Dahil sa Chicken Joy yan? What does April say? Is April saying this is high quality boat? This is probably a high quality boat na may mga tulo dito sa gilid-giliran, di ba? Right? More than likely, it's still probably a high quality boat. We've got a few leaks here and there that we need to patch up. Right? So is this the priority? This is the priority. Okay, we'll get to it. Next. Momentum. What does Juana say here? The wind is with you or against you? Against you. Okay. So is that good or bad? So we're already sitting in a leaky boat and the wind is pushing against us. Is this the boat that we want to be in so far? Well, let's see what the waters look like. Okay, this is what you will see. Well, Ed will talk about this later, but I'm going to show this a little bit. Is if you look at this picture here, this is what you'll see on the. Are you guys open COL Advantage already? If you haven't signed up yet, you better sign up already. You'll see that. That basically shows you net foreign buying and selling for the individual stock. So what do our waters look like here? They look good, look with us, against us, or maybe a little volatile. Probably a little volatile. So volatile na nga yung waters natin, tapos yung may leaky boat tayo ng konti, and the wind is pushing against us. What do you think is going to happen to this guy? What do you think is going to happen to this guy? Something we like or something we probably need to be patient on? Do you think there's a chance we can get to the island of profitability with this boat? Yes or no? Yes, but it probably needs to patch up a few leaks here and there. Tama? So either they fix Smashburger or they fix Coffee Bean, or one of the ways to patch up a leaky boat if the price goes down. Kasi yung boat natin, kung 1,000, kung magkano to? Kung 219 yung boat natin ngayon, pero leaky, pag 150 na lang yan, sorry pag may Jollibee yun, nanakot ako eh. Kung 150 na lang yan, mura na ba? Mura na, pwede mo na bilhin yung leaky boat. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? All right, so that's Jollibee. Next. Number 2 on our top 20 most requested stocks. MPI. Ako. MPI. How many here have MPI? Nako, everybody. Bakit kaya? What does April say? Haha. Ano, boss? Good quality vote ba tayo? Good quality vote. Sabi ni April, good quality vote. What does price tell us? Oy, what do we have here? Okay. This is from Juanes, this is not from me. Joke lang. Okay, this is from Juanes. Juanes is saying what? So, we have a good quality boat. Wind, what's the wind look like? With us or against us? With us. Does the sentiment matter anymore? Does sentiment matter anymore? Nako. What are we looking at here? So the waters are pretty heavily against us, right? So, do you think we will get there overnight? No. But are we sitting in probably the right boat during this period? Yeah. You guys get what I'm saying? So I'm setting expectations for you guys here. Okay? Hindi sinabi lang ni April, bye. Sinabi ni Juanes, bye. Bukas, kumita na tayo. Right? Make sense? Okay. Are we okay, MPI? Masaya ba tayo? Marami tayo MPI. Okay. One of our favorites. Number 3 on our top request. I'm not going to go through all 20, okay? Number 3. Nako. Sarap ng tawa natin, no? Okay. Long term. Narinig ko na eh. Okay, what does April say? High quality boat? High quality boat. What does the wind tell us? With or against us? Against us. Okay, we're here. We're here. Yung kanina na naramdaman na natin, no? What does market sentiment show us? Now you know why kahit anong reserve requirement cut, nag-ika-cut sila ng kaya ayaw niya umakyat is because the waters are not just moving against you, it's like tsunami. But here's the good part. Eventually, mapapagod din sila. Eventually. Sana our boat is bigger than the Titanic, no, boss? Okay, right? These are clues for us. Kayo yung pumili nito, hindi ako yung pumili nito. Okay. So, let's talk about this. Good boat, great boat, high quality boat. Wind is up, obviously pushing against us. Tapos tsunami tayo. Paano? Tsunami against us. Are we going to get there overnight? Is it going to take a lot of time? Yeah. So I need you guys to be able to say na, yung sinabi ni boss kanina, pag ipit na kayo, hawakan na lang natin. Ito na yun. Okay? Right? No, because it makes no sense for us to sell it. Right? Makes no sense because we're already sitting in the high quality boat. But here's the thing. You think it's going to get there overnight? Probably not. We got to be very patient on these guys. Okay? Last. Number 10. Skip ako from 1, 2, 3, diretso na ako sa 10 eh. Number 10, ISM. Our boat. Invisible boat. I don't know. Hey. Ibig sabihin walang coverage. Okay? It means April doesn't really know what the boat looks like. Okay? So you trust whatever you read on Facebook. Bahala kayo. Okay. Our boat is, we don't really know. Okay. Next. Wind against us? Sentiment. If you are not in this boat, do you want to be in this boat? If you are in this boat, sarap ng tao nyo, no? Please make sure you're wearing your life vest. All right. So let's finish up. Let's bring this home. Let's bring this. Okay. For those of you interested in COL Trading Institute, this is our school for short-term trading. For short-term trading, this is not for long-term investing. Okay. So if you guys are interested in learning more, even about market sentiment we talked about earlier, this is the place to be. Okay. So let's bring this home, guys. We all want the island of profitability, right? We all want to get there. But we also have to understand that it's not about the result, it's about the process. And if we don't focus on the process, being able to get to that island over and over again isn't going to happen. Right? Remember sinabi ko kanina, sumakay kayo ng airplano, nag-crash land yung airplano sa island of profitability. Gusto niyo ulitin yun? Gusto ba niyo? I don't know, maybe you got lucky. Do you understand? Maybe you got lucky. But on a sustainability level, how often can I get there? That's the question that I want to ask you guys. Because at the end of the day, if I don't help you guys have this understanding and build these expectations, what happens in the end? You make money once and then you lose it, the next trade and the next trade and the next trade and the next trade. There's no sustainability. It's +1 -3, +3 -5, right? We don't mind the +1, +2, -1, +2, right? We take our time. But at the end of the day, you're going to get there. And especially at an investor summit here, the advantage that you guys have is that you guys are thinking long term. You guys are thinking with an edge that at the end of the day, because of the discipline I have, we have sustainability. We're not sitting in just a regular life, the wooden raft. We're sitting in high quality boats all the time. And I hope all of you guys can be able to appreciate the high quality boat during the bad weather, during the bad waters. But because at the end, the high quality boat is the one that doesn't sink. All right? So thank you very much, guys. I hope you have a good time, and we'll see you guys later.